they say, with a grin or a frown. A phrase that's as strange as it is renowned. It means, what fart? But don't be confused. It's not about smells. It's how it is used. When greeting a friend after quite a long while, "¿Qué pedo?" you shout, with a laugh and a smile. But when something odd makes your mind start to race, "¿Qué pedo?" you say, with a look on your face. And when someone's angry and wants to fight, "¿Qué pedo?" you ask, ready to take flight. It's all in the tone, whether playful or snide. "¿Qué pedo?" is versatile with nothing to hide. So next time you're puzzled or want to connect, give "¿Qué pedo?" a try. It'll have an effect. From greetings to brawls, it's the phrase for the day. Just remember, my friend, how to use it the right way. ¿Qué pedo?
Coffee and Headlines is brought to you by the generous support of our viewers and the following community partners: Best Cord Cutting TV, Bravo's Restaurant Bar, El Rey Lounge de Versalles, Joint Boutique Hotel and Cowork, Puerto Vallarta Neurofeedback, Puerto Vallarta Owners Reps, Oculto, and Siam Cocina Thai. Thank you for your support, and thank you for supporting our community partners. Hello, good morning, and welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we go hunting for good news or interesting news or useful news from our city, state, and country. Then we combine that information with things you bring to the table, like comments, ideas, suggestions, and we bring it all together here. And if you notice that I'm a little scattered today, it's because I'm scattered. It's so funny because some mornings I just dive into the flow of the broadcast, and some mornings I'm easily distracted by news or technology or this, that, and the other. Today is one of those mornings, but this shouldn't affect our experience. I have some news, I have some announcements, and I have the gratitude of having you here to share all this stuff with. And let's start with this one. You know, ay, Dios mío, sometimes people complain about things, and that's okay, I suppose. Puerto Vallarta's new administration, which is helmed by Mayor Munguia, who belongs to the Partido Verde or Green Party, is giving local markets and administration buildings a little love with a new coat of paint, starting with the Emiliano Zapata Market. But some people are frowning because the chosen color, a lovely green, if you ask me, is not in the official city palette of institutional colors. Well, I don't know about you, but I like this green better than that brown that they use elsewhere in the city. Of course, the brown is tied to the Morena party, which was the past administration. So if the city has the budget and they have chosen this green color, I think this green color is lovely. What do you think of the green color? Everything seems to indicate that the city will transform into a green city, quite literally. Let me know your thoughts. And don't ask me how this is possible, but apparently the past administration left the facilities for the Civil Protection Department at the firefighter's house in disarray. Laurel Carrillo Ventura, who oversees the City Protection Commission for the current administration, is reporting that these spaces have not received any type of maintenance in months. Now, what does that mean? Well, think about this for a second. If you're a firefighter and you're in the midnight round, you have to have somewhere to sleep, and you have to be able to sleep at the firehouse so that you can be ready to go at a moment's notice. But apparently, the mattresses that they're sleeping in leave a lot to be desired, not to mention the rest of the equipment, that is available there. That seems rather unfair, if you ask me, considering the fact that these workers are risking their lives for our well being. And of course, Luis Roberto Gonzalez Gutierrez, who's the new accountant for the city, is keeping quite busy and detecting more irregularities. For example, the last administration got rid of 1,412 employees, but of these employees, only 492 received a severance package. By law, when you're fired, you have to receive a severance package. So explain to me, of course, I'm not asking you directly, but what this gentleman is trying to figure out is how is it that the past administration got rid of that many employees and only a third of them barely received a severance package. And then there are all these employees that have retired and are now receiving their monthly pensions from the city. And it has come to light that some employees, or rather former employees, faked the length of time that they had been working for the city in order to receive more retirement money. So again, clearly, this guy is going to stay busy for a long time. My hope is that they don't only find these irregularities, but they actually do something about them and seek some kind of clarity and fix the situation with the past administration. Let's take a look at our weather. I have bombarded you enough with my Carole King promo. I don't think you want to see it again, but Carole King is today in case you have no plans this afternoon. Meanwhile, oh my goodness, that is a little, well, our snarky weatherman says, frack you and the chariot you rode in on Apollo. So I don't know why that is. All I know is it's 31 degrees out there. Humidity is at 69%. And the weather forecast says that today we can expect a humid day with clear skies, barely a chance of rain, only 7%, a high of 32, and a low of 23. Then tomorrow, Friday will be humid with mostly clear skies throughout the day. Again, a very low chance of rain, a high of 32 and a low of 23. So essentially the same thing as today. And then Saturday, well, humid with clear skies throughout the day. A little bit more of a chance of rain, 14%, but the same temperatures, a high of 32 and a low of 23 rather. So there aren't any noticeable changes in the weather. But if you ask me here at Casa Chaos, where we produce coffee and headlines, there's a little window right next to me. And this window occasionally throws a lovely breeze my way. And I have noticed in the past few days that that breeze gets cooler and cooler in the mornings, which makes me very, very happy. Now, moving right along, I want to show you this beautiful photograph that I found on Facebook. And more specifically, I found this in Governor Alfaro's Facebook page. Of course, he realized that National Geographic named Guadalajara among the 25 most visitable cities or most popular tourism destinations in the world. And what I like about this photo is that it reflects some of the places that I showed you on the walking tour we did earlier this week. For example, can you see? Yes, you can see. We started walking somewhere around here. Then we continued walking down this path. Then we moved into this plaza and we looked at the Teatro Degollado, which is right here. Then we found some chariots somewhere around here, and we just kept walking in that general direction all the way to the Cabañas Museum. So that was the walk that we took. And of course, if you missed it, you can either go back and look at the broadcast from Tuesday, or I have already uploaded the standalone version of the walking tour to our YouTube playlist, where you will find almost no, over 4 dozen walking tours of Puerto Vallarta. We've been keeping busy. There are, I believe, 56 walking tours of Puerto Vallarta in our YouTube playlist. Time flies when you're having fun walking. So if you want to check those out, I will leave the link in the show notes for you to enjoy. And no sooner did I post this on Facebook yesterday that some people reacted and reached out to me, and it's like, but how can you postpone? Well, it's very easy. We give event organizers an opportunity to talk about their projects and stuff for free, and if people don't sign up, well, what am I going to do? So we quickly heard from two organizers that are already signed up for the postponed edition of the Spotlight, which will now be this coming Wednesday, October 30th. One of those organizers, of course, is our friend Kathy from the PuRR Project, who's going to tell us about all kinds of adventures and activities that this nonprofit feline no-kill shelter does around the city, which include adoptions and sterilizations and whatnot. So we're going to hear some details about these activities. And then we also heard from the organizers of the Butterfly Sanctuary. Who knew Puerto Vallarta has a butterfly sanctuary? Maybe some of you knew it, maybe some of you didn't, but we're going to hear from them in this coming edition of the Spotlight. And what seems to me very exciting is this new event that is happening throughout the entire country. You know that the Monarch butterfly is in season. They usually arrive to the state of Michoacán, but this is not stopping several states around Mexico from doing their own Monarch butterfly festivals. The state of Jalisco is included, although it's really funny, this flyer says states that are participating, and apparently they chose to call the state of Jalisco the state of Guadalajara. All I know is that the Puerto Vallarta Butterfly Sanctuary will have its own event, and the organizers will be joining us to talk about this in the next edition of the Spotlight. I'm very much looking forward to that, and I'm always looking forward to hear from anyone who is up to anything we would want to be a part of or purchase or pursue. That's what the Spotlight is for. Da 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 da. Many good mornings and a good afternoon. Yes, I love it. Let's see what we have. Muffin. Buenos dias. As I wash my dishes and make my bed this morning, Muffin, you can come over and wash my dishes and make my bed if you like. Just kidding. Let's see. Da 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 da. What was the reason the little open market by the church was taken away? We enjoyed that. Little market by the... okay. That must mean the food and the eateries in front of City Hall. It's not legal. It's against city ordinance. And we don't know this for a fact, but, you know, the market, the food vendors that used to set up there, they used to pay a fee. And nobody really knows where that fee went. And the bottom line is the city's laws say you cannot have those vendors in a public space. So it's gone. It is what it is. Big shout out to Michael Buford. I'm always happy to give a big shout out to Michael Buford. But Logan says, big shout out to Michael and his team at Thai MPV Cocina Thai, where I got to finally try a few of the new menu items, and we certainly have some winners. Thai ginger, that ginger beef was to die for. I'm imagining things. I thought I was reading Thai ginger beer, which sounds just as delicious. But no, small letters, I tell you. That ginger beef was to die for. Well, I'm looking forward to trying that, absolutely. Michael says, looking forward to tonight's presentation. So am I, Carol King. Oh my God. Talk about rabbit holes. Because there's so much that we won't get to, and there are so many rabbit holes that could be follow-ups to today's presentation. We'll talk about that later on this evening. Hi, Linda. How does one fake their length of employment? Aren't there official records? I tell you how, Linda. Money. You pay someone to change the information, and you recover the money because you get a more profitable pension. It's corruption. That's what it is. Money and corruption. Ba-dum-bum-bum. Let's see. Ba-dum-boom-boom. Oh my gosh, you are chatting. I love it. Gouda, are you here yet? I know that you're starting your run because we mentioned it. We mentioned it a couple of episodes ago. All I know is I can't wait to dine and dish with you as well. Of course, for those of you that don't know, Gouda is my special correspondent. She keeps me abreast of all things related to the Aztec Empire because she was there. Just kidding. We know you're ancient, but not that ancient. Seriously, Gouda Gabor is going to be back in town and performing. I love it. Boom. When is Dora going to explain Híjole? That's a great question mark, because at the end of each broadcast, I say to myself, Paco, you live eternally behind. You have music presentations to edit, you have walking tours to upload to YouTube, and you have Dora to keep busy. What shall you do on any given day? And on any given day, I try to move ahead with all my projects. So, Híjole, let's tackle Híjole this week. That much I can say. And Joanne says, Carol. And I don't know what that is about. And Daniel says, obsessed. And I don't know what that is about. And sometimes I wish you would put capital letter Q's on your comments so that I could realize they're for me. I'm actually not obsessed. I'm envious because I have no idea what you're talking about. What else do I have? I think that's it. Of course, I'm going to get busy wrapping up Unpacking Carol King and getting her ready for our presentation this afternoon. And of course, Carol, that's what it is. And I'm thinking to myself, Carol who? What are we talking about? Carol King fan. I love it. And oh my goodness, Daniel is obsessed with me and Gouda. Well, I'm obsessed with you, Daniel, and you know that. And I am kind of obsessed with Gouda. She is a wealth of information. Aztecs aside, she's just a fabulous human being that everybody should go watch perform at one point or another. Gouda, I love you like my underwear, and I hope to get together with you soon. And for the rest of you, yes, Albert realizes I'm just stalling, and Albert cuts to the chase and says, thank you all, bye for now, fine, be that way. I'll start my goodbyes already. Thank you for joining me for today's broadcast. If you're going to be at Carol King this afternoon and you purchased bus tickets from me, or you asked for a bus ticket, I'm going to have them with me this afternoon at the Joint Boutique Hotel. For the rest of you, have a great day, and I will see you again tomorrow morning. Take care.